Okay, hello everybody. It's January 19th, 2022. It's a SIG Node CI weekly meeting. Welcome everybody. We have first agenda item about moving to another pool of tests. Arnaud?
Thank you. Basically, we have some job using custom project inside the Google organization, and because KTinfra is supposed to migrate all the jobs to the community infrastructure, we want to stop doing that. We start with this issue, I think was in October, so there's just one. Basically, the last one gets cry continuity we need to remove, but those jobs push the logs in a specific bucket. When you go on the top here, just in the description, yeah, the third one. So I don't know why are we doing this for those specific tests. Is it possible to drop this bucket?
Did you hunt through the Git history to try to figure out who set up the test in the first place?
Not really, because
okay. The only reason I ask is just because there hasn't been necessarily a ton of continuity, and like I think people in this group possibly would not know because we didn't set this up. So I mean, I think it's fine to like go ahead and just try it and see what happens, and hopefully if it breaks all the tests, then revert it. I think that would be fine. Like honestly, I think that's, even if it's a little bit less sophisticated, it's probably the least work to just go ahead, migrate things one by one, see what breaks. If it breaks, revert it, and then we try to debug it. Because anything other than that, I think it's going to be a lot of energy and a lot of effort.
Okay, because there's a bigger conversation behind this issue. Like, SIG testing is not really interested to host jobs from other projects, and continuity is one of those projects. SIG testing isn't want to say running in a CNCF Pro cluster instead of the Kubernetes cluster. So I don't know if you are aware of this conversation or.
Yes, sorry, I think I'm conflating the two. So like, there are kind of two things we need to do. One is we need to stop running stuff on the Google cluster. We need to run that on the CNCF cluster. And two is we want to make sure if there are any custom projects that we try to get rid of those. And I think that some of the cleanup has been happening simultaneously. So like, we can't move stuff to the Prow cluster if the project doesn't exist, kind of thing. But I would say we could probably do both at the same time, and again, see what breaks. I wasn't involved in setting up any of the projects, so I really don't have any idea as to how any of this stuff was set up. So,
okay.
I think it's fine to try it, and if it doesn't work, then to revert it, and then we can go and debug and get more specific. And we're really early in the release cycle right now, so it's not like we're going to destroy Signal by doing horrible things or something like that. We just need to make sure that we don't let things stay broken.
Okay.
So let me ask this. So this one is different. It's about pre-submits to use Boscos. Is it complete?
Oh, that's a lot of backlog. I think
it can't be, because the cryo pre-submit jobs, I think, can't use Boscos because they're on some custom project, because when we try to move them to Boscos with the CNCF cluster, they all explode, which is the issue that I linked in the chat.
Yeah, because basically we stop use custom project in the CNCF cluster, in the KTinfra cluster. So that's why you should just drop the custom project. I think you will be fine. the general rules is we have a pool of project for Bosco prefix with Gittinfra name, and you just use that. You don't have to care about specific project, so Bosco will take care of the rest. But if you have a specific needs, like I would say, for example, bare metal instance with swap enable, you may find a request for this, but for the moment, anything running inside Gittinfra don't need a custom project. Yeah, I think.
So yeah, we don't need the custom project, but there is this issue, right?
Yeah.
Do you think you can help look into that and troubleshoot?
Yeah, I will take a look. Friday. Yeah, Friday or the weekend, because.
Yeah, I super appreciate it, because like I don't understand. Like Ben is like, well, maybe there's some issue with the images, and my response is like, well, then why is it working if we run it on a different cluster? Like that doesn't make any sense to me.
Well,
so
it makes sense because basically the image inside Google I custom build, so they have preload SSHK, which is not the case in Gittinfra.
So maybe we're just not doing it on the cryo images when we do Gittinfra. Okay, maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, another thing that just came to mind, looking at NPD test, I also saw similar, something complaining about SSH as well. So Varsha was saying that, yeah. Yeah, it may not be related. I don't know.
I'm not sure this is related because not NPD don't. Yeah, I don't think they run inside Gittinfra, so they're not running inside Gittinfra. So
it does. Isn't it?
Yeah, just click on one jobs and you will see the project YAML file on top, just on top of the page.
Project YAML,
yeah,
the second one.
YAML, yeah. Second link.
Oh, Sergey,
yeah.
some of the so it is possible, for what it's worth, just because it's in test grid doesn't mean that we're running it in Kubernetes. Like it's possible to, for example, configure test grid with a custom bucket to just go and look at that bucket, assuming it has like the permissions, and like pull test results out of it. So like it could be run by, you know, I don't know, little green men or something, like really anything. And we will display it so long as the results are in a bucket in a form we understand. So
yeah, but
this job
defined here.
Run, this one doesn't run on Gittinfra, so you need to talk to Googlers about this. And I know for sure they do SSHK rotation every, I think it's 3 months, because they did SSHK rotation before the beginning of the year. So
okay, thank you. So the action items is now you will try to look at this issue with SSH for cryo, and
this Friday of the weekend I will take a look quickly.
Yeah. Perfect. I know once we get like one of the jobs successfully migrated, I am very happy to like just get everything immediately migrated, because I don't want this to be a blocker. It's just that, this one has been biting us every time we've tried it. So.
Okay.
Does anybody want to migrate non-cryo jobs? Because I mean, you can just try them.
The first one are done. We did that just before test phase of 123.
Yeah, I think those might be done. I'll maybe change that list to a checkbox.
Yep.
Okay.
I think the the one thing remaining, I just press submit, but we are on hold for the pre-submit for financial reason. So it's a complicated story.
Okay.
Thank
you for stopping by.
Okay.
So okay, let's take a look at other failures. Test grid. So we have a bunch of greens. There is no progress in this kubelet. What is this? It's still flaking, and we have a swap Ubuntu item. Mike, you on call, right?
Yes, I'm taking a look into this item in particular. I guess right now I'm trying to run this test with more verbosity. If I don't detect anything, I'll just bump the timeout period.
Okay.
It should work.
Okay. Okay, in containerd we have less failures. We got rid of some Parmer things and some other things. So what's left? So we still have eviction tests failing, and we have an item for that not assigned to anybody. And we have C group V2 failing. We made some progress, but it's still failing. I think. Okay, David says that there is some change in path, and he says that he'll be looking into that. Is David on the call? No. Okay, this is at least assigned, and we know where to look at. This is not assigned. Anybody interested to look at eviction tests? By the way, eviction tests failing on both on containerd with these two tests for disk pressure.
I feel like Danielle was looking at them, but she is currently out sick, so.
Yeah, I don't want to assign without her present, so I would rather wait if you believe that Danielle is the best person. Any other takers? Okay. Let's hang for another week, and then we need to find somebody. Get the green, and yeah, this one got to the green and then failed back. Yeah, we had this green without like with one not problem detector failing, and then we get back into like all failed. Yeah, I'll figure out. I mean, we still need to ask cost team if they interested in this tab and what this whether we need it at all. Maybe just remove it. And similar story here, flaky, no changes, it's still failing. Yeah, no changes. Yeah, spin them again. Yeah, for NPD, there was some progress with change on default, but the issue that I just showed about mismatch of SSH keys. Yeah, C-advisor is fine. And Cryo has a bunch of new failures. So last time it was just graceful termination that was failing because missing tools. It was fixed by Paca. And now there are a bunch of new failures. Alpha failing in some random test.
Those don't look like alpha. Those were conformance tests.
It's called alpha.
Oh, I see. On the alpha features tab. I'm not sure why alpha features is running conformance tests, but maybe I won't question it.
I think we should, because it's all conformance.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, conformance tests are not alpha, so maybe it's got the
Clearly
wrong
not.
test descriptors.
Yeah, and if this tab enables alpha APIs and it causes this test to fail, that will
Oh, then
be,
maybe that could be it.
I mean, yeah, just like guessing, but yeah. Anyway, this one, it's a new failure. So eviction on containerd failing with the disk pressure and something else. This is
Did
bit
that test
pressure.
exist before, or was that just accidentally skipped?
Check.
When did
No,
that
it
get
was,
introduced?
it was here for a long time.
Yeah, like this doesn't seem new. Oh, so maybe that was one of the ones
Yeah.
that was failing previously. This is part of eviction test, so.
Yeah, there's a different eviction test in containerd, so it's a little bit different. This one is, I think it's a new failures. Yeah, it's new failures.
Oh, no,
stuff.
that's fine. This is the flaky tab, and that's a flaky test. So we're not shocked that that one is sad.
Fine. It's supposed to be flaky, not like completely broken.
Well, I think that we've shunted things to flaky just to get them out of the green lanes before. So. And that one is a disruptive test, so who knows? Previously, it looks like it was getting skipped all the time, and now it's failing. So I'm not sure what changed. I wouldn't worry
Let
too
me
much
check
about
it
that
here.
one. I'm assuming it probably is failing for containerd.
Latest. Nice.
Is there a dash flaky tab?
Yeah. No.
Oh, so you don't even, it's not even being tracked there. So maybe that's the issue. I'm not sure what happened there. I thought there was one
Yeah,
for
it's
container.
here.
No, those are just, it's
Yeah.
saying they're all flaky.
Okay. So let me start taking notes. Oops. And then no wiki tab. And serial start failing with different tests. Topology manager thingy.
That's new.
It used to fail with graceful termination shutdown. Now it's failing with topology manager.
Yeah, let's definitely get a
Yeah.
bug file for that
Check.
one. Is that one not
Yeah.
failing on containerd?
Yeah, that's what I want to check.
Oh, that looks red. So I'm guessing it's also failing there.
Yeah, it's failing on something
no.
else.
Oh, that
Yeah.
one's being skipped. So maybe 2 nodes. It's not even running there.
Interesting. Okay. Mean bugs for that. Where is test click? Okay, so we need bugs for 2 of them, and yeah, everything else is green, so we're good. I think we're making progress. Hopefully, I don't know this format. I filled it up myself this week, and I think format may be improved. Maybe we can break it down by individual tests. I will try it out. It may be too many of them. If so, then we will need to figure out what to do. But I hope we can just do something with that. Okay. Let's go to triage of a board. SSH key. This is what we discussed, right? I don't think it's a bug. Should we call it failing test so we can remove it from this tab? Okay. So Peter, you on the call, you heard that Arnaud will help is looking into that, right? It's assigned to you correctly. Maybe
Yes, thank you.
maybe it's wise to wait till after weekend.
All right, sounds good.
This one, yeah, I would go ahead and close it. So this is we have this weird feature gate that went directly to GA without PR review, and I think we need to go through PR review. Okay. Login configuration and version API. Is it test related at all?
So this, I don't think this is test related. No, this is like an API change. I think this can be archived for that board. But I think we do need somebody to look at it from Node, maybe. I need to look at this for instrumentation reasons, I think. So we.
Oh, you're already here. So yeah. Delete all Docker shim pre-submits. So you already assigned and you're looking at that. So let's go to needs reviewer.
Yeah, I reviewed that one already. So I think I'm waiting on Matthias. Is he on the call?
He said that he cannot join because
not
of internet
today.
issues. Yeah.
Well, if Matthias ever watches this recording, hey Matthias. Basically, I just suggested that we can't touch any release branch jobs, like generally, unless they're like totally broken. Once the release gets cut, we leave those completely alone. They should stay in that state. So I just asked him to make sure that we're not touching. We don't want to remove Docker shim jobs from previous branches because Docker is still supported there, and we don't want to remove our coverage for it.
Absolutely. Okay, update cryo commit to something. I have no context here. It's master. I don't think it's CI. Is it CI?
Yes, it's just we periodically update the cryo version because it's pinned. So this is just a periodic update.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. If you're all good with that. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Not logic. Okay. More cleanup. Yeah, I'm sometimes lost. Like, there are so many cleanup PRs and they intersect with each other. So IDT took it in. And yes, there is some. Yeah, there are some changes for tests. Any takers? I can take a look.
I can take a look at that as well.
Oh,
Awesome. Thanks, Swati.
Thank you. Oh, Swati?
Yeah, I think the call is not a good time for a DD because she's in India
sorry.
and it's like the middle of the night.
Yeah. This is you, right?
Yeah, the second one, yeah.
Yeah, I will do it here as well. Serial swap for pull requests.
Oh, hurrah.
Is it pre-submit?
Assign me that one. I didn't know that this existed. I'm going to ask him to add a Fedora one too.
Is it the same one again? No, it's different. So Maja, do you want to take a look at this one as well?
Yeah, give me that one as well.
Thank you.
No problem.
Do we have var instead? Yeah. Does anybody remember exact path? Like I'm confused with this var. I think we don't have it in Kubernetes socket.
Var run is typically just alias var. Oh, sorry, alias to run. So I think it can be either. Distro's var run is the same as run.
Okay. Yeah, I can take a look. Let's swap and complete stats.
Oh, cool.
I don't
That's
think
not going to be a
it's-
CI thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's related to CI. Okay. This should be done. It'll close itself. Okay, we have 26 minutes for bugs triage. Is there anything last minute for test related? Otherwise, we'll just go to bugs. Yeah, let me check really quick. It's all good. Anything related to test? Going once, going twice. Okay, then. I'll make my screen bigger so I have more real estate. I think it's here for a long time, and we're waiting for Francesca to take a look.
Yes. I mean, maybe we should triage accept it. Just because we know we're going to research it. Do we have Francesco today?
No.
Does anybody else want to look into this one? This is
I think
fun
you
C
could-
group stuff.
You could give it to me.
Cool.
I
Maybe
don't.
let's triage accept this one.
Okay.
Just because we're going to investigate it. We can always close it and be like, not a bug. It'll get it out of our hair.
Coroutine leaks in test file. Again, very old one. It's already accepted once. Okay, unaccepted. Yeah, I think. Does anybody wants to take a look at this test failure?
This might be a fun new thing for a new contributor to look at. Do we have any new contributors who are looking for a good first issue?
Let's reclassify it to failing test, and then
Okay.
and remove it from here. What's in running state hours after node is deleted? It's not related.
This sounds like a Google support ticket. It sounds like they deleted the node in the console or something like that. I would say this is not a us bug.
Yeah. Cloud provider. Kind support. I think you have some pre-canned text, but yeah, so something like please use forum. Sounds good.
Yeah, I think so.
Which person? Okay, somebody remove the file and then put it back. Which one is that? It's, what does it do? Yeah, I think we just need to accept it, but I don't know who want to work on that. Any takers? It sounds like a legit issue, and the person sounds to be. I mean, yeah, this repro is quite sophisticated. You need to insert some sleep and do some killing of pods.
You can assign this one to me. I don't know if.
You want to look at this?
Yeah, I should look at this because this has to do with some of the refactoring we did recently.
I just assigned to. Thank you. It's 2019. Why is back here? Okay.
That sounds like a response. Maybe we can close this.
Yeah.
Maybe tell them to reopen it if it's not resolved.
Maybe to launch CoreOS based. I don't think it's a bug. Oh, it's the same SSH issue.
Oh, this was opened 3 days ago. Is this the same as the one that I opened in Test Info?
Well, maybe.
This looks slightly different. I think this is the wrong repo. Although it's hard to say because I guess they're talking about the end-to-end tests or whatever for a local invocation. I know, I think this is a bug because there's no tests that are failing. Like failing test refers to like a CI failing test, and this is just not, the tests aren't working properly locally kind of thing.
Yeah, I typically like to see bugs to be like real bugs in Kubernetes, but I mean, we can keep it as a bug if you think.
Yeah, I mean, if you really don't want it to be labeled a bug, I would change it to cleanup maybe. And triage accept it.
I mean, cleanup is a little bit, I mean, yeah, bug is better than cleanup, I think.
Well, it won't show up on our board if you change it to cleanup. So.
Well, we can just move it to SIG testing. Is it SIG Node?
No, it's SIG Node because we have our the node E2E tests are our own special maintained thing.
Yeah.
Bespoke.
Yeah. Right. Okay. I don't know if anybody wants to take it. Please assign yourself. Oh, this is just a bug in documentation. It's in the website. I think website people needs to triage it. Just remove it from this board. Spot create status.
That's on 119, which is not supported anymore, and they're talking about versions from 114 to 117. So I think only 120 plus is supported right now. Although this is old, so I guess Shimming was doing some cleanup.
Yeah, let's just.
If he assigned himself,
Assign.
maybe let's just triage
Yeah.
accept it.
I think priority shouldn't be that critical. Oops. What hasn't been discovered? This failures.
If it's just a pod, pods don't get rescheduled. Pods are mortal. So you can, let's see. If that's an issue, I would say it's an apps issue, not an us issue. Like that's correct. I don't know what error code 143 is. That's a little weird. Maybe that's a disk pressure eviction. Yeah, somebody assigned it to node scheduling. You can assign me to this one and I will talk to them about how this is supposed to work.
Maybe support. I mean, I can assign to you, just
It's-
figure it out.
It could be a bug, but I don't think it is a bug. So yeah, just assign it to me and I'll write to them.
We need to understand what it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because if they expect other pod to be a type here, it's one thing, but if they expect this pod to be rescheduled.
Yeah, that's not how that would work. What should happen is the controller for whatever that app is, I'm assuming that's a deployment, should schedule a new pod on a new node. Like that's, pods are mortal.
Yep.
Once they get evicted, they're dead. They're never coming back. So.
Okay, so we
Oh, that was it.
cleaned the board. Perfect. We have 10 minutes back. Is there anything else for today?
I don't have
Like in
anything.
the chat. Oh, people saying bye-bye. Okay. Okay, thank you for coming. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.